On the final day of the monsoon assembly session, several opposition MLAs raised strong objections on the Goa Public University Bill 2025, urging the government to refer it to a select committee amid serious concerns. The opposition alleged that the bill paves the way for clusters of colleges that could threaten the survival of local institutions and weaken Goa University. They pointed to inadequate safeguards, lack of clarity on academic independence and stakeholder rights, and no real multidisciplinary advantages. They argued that creating new public universities could dilute the autonomy of the well-established Goa University and lead to confusion in a small state like Goa.
In Goa, private universities bill was brought, and it was assured that they will not run parallel courses with those being offered by the colleges in Goa. Unfortunately, in South Goa, colleges which have opened up are taking actually the disciplines which are being offered by the private colleges, and these private colleges are now having, what shall we say, a flight of students into these private universities, and therefore their numbers are decreasing, which means they will have to close down. So the management of that institution will only manage the principal and nothing more. So therefore, that institution will automatically have to be virtually closed down because you are managing only one. And then, what happens to the status of the minority institutions? They have rights guaranteed under the Constitution. Today, they have the right to appoint, right to choose, and right, because both the rights are there concomitantly. Right to establish and right to administer. They are institutions of their choice. If the government even looks at this Maharashtra Public Universities Act, it is so detailed, and I thought it is so well drafted. As against this sketchy type of a draft, I think that we should actually put this into a select committee, or we should reject this bill.
Fatorda MLA Vijay Sardesai raised concerns about institutional saturation, stressing the need for careful deliberation. Leader of opposition Yuri Alamao echoed these fears, warning that the bill, if passed, could undermine the significance of Goa University.
Policy discussions, including NEP 2020, say the problem begins when a university has more than 200 to 300 colleges. Goa University has only 67 affiliated institutions, far below the national average of 180. So there is no overcrowding or scale issue here that would justify creating a cluster. Second, Speaker sir, the bill is allowing the government to remove colleges from Goa University.
Yes, 1 minute. Yes. Under Rule 16, I would like to move a motion to extend the duration of sitting of House by 1 hour.
The motion is that the duration of sitting of the House extended by 1 hour. Those in favor may say aye.
Aye.
Those against may say no. I say it. I say motion is adopted. The duration of sitting of the House extended by 1 hour.
Speaker sir, my second objection which I was talking is that we are at a risk of breaking up a working system. The bill is allowing the government to remove colleges from Goa University and place them in a new university. The bill says that assets, land and staff will be transferred to the new university, section 37, 52 and 53. But there is no clear plan of what will happen to staff's service conditions, pensions, who will bear the liabilities. The bill also gives the government and the chancellor power to give binding orders, inspect and even dissolve the university. Section 9, 10, 54 and 57. This goes against the principle of academic freedom. Speaker sir, fifth objection, weak safeguards. The bill allows the government to override existing laws, frame laws, remove difficulties for 3 years after it comes into force. Section 54 to 57. There are no clear protections for academic independence or stakeholder rights.
While the bill invokes the lofty aim with regards to National Education Policy 2020, it is blind to the unique demography, social and economic realities of the state. Disaffiliation of its colleges to form cluster colleges under new public university will hollow this out. It will cause damage to its reputation, to its infrastructure, to the institutional coherence. J-pod cluster model basically will fragment rather than consolidate the academic strength. A bill jenna combined with the law basically will oversaturate our higher education landscape far beyond what our demography can sustain. Speaker sir, J statements, objects of reasons they bilan this contains no demographic study It contains no enrollment forecast. It contains no workforce that is needed for assessment. It contains no economic viability analysis. Government broad subjective powers dila to dissolve a public university. Anik ye uncertainty will hang over every such institution. They will be scared that the government has powers from the day it is established.
In response, Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant cited the National Education Policy 2020, which mandates that by 2035, all affiliated colleges must evolve into multidisciplinary autonomous institutions. He clarified that under the proposed bill, these colleges would become constituent institutions of newly established universities.
By 2035, all affiliated colleges should become the degree awarding multidisciplinary autonomous institute. It is necessary to develop the roadmap to transform all affiliated colleges to attain the status either alone or through the collaborative with the nearby institution in the form of cluster or by becoming the constituent part of the university by envisaged in NEP 2020.
Nitiksha Gaukar and Omkar Deshprabhu with inputs from Lindsay Menezes for GOA365.